Hello friends, welcome to Gentleman Cadet Academy GCA. Hope you all are doing good. So another video in the GD topics lead discussion series, and this is again a very important topic. It is also a evergreen topic, so you need to prepare this topic well. And before this, I have made a similar GD topics videos. If you want to watch all these videos, the link of the playlist is available in the I button. So in this video, I'll be discussing each lead one by one. So like always, without wasting any time, let us start. So the topic is, what is the main reason for farmer distress in India? The first lead is financial hardships, second is agricultural challenges, and third is policy shortcomings. Now let us discuss each lead one by one. So the farmer distress is a complex and persistent issue in India affecting millions of livelihoods, and despite being an agrarian economy with nearly 60% of the population dependent on agriculture, the sector contributes only 15 to 20% of the GDP, and this disparity highlights the deep-seated challenges faced by the farmers. So the very first reason is financial hardships. So the financial plight of Indian farmers is one of the most significant contribution to their distress. The agriculture sector operates under precarious economic conditions, making farmers vulnerable to debt and financial insecurity. So the biggest factor is high debt burden. So many farmers, they are forced to borrow money for essential agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizers and pesticides. So while institutional credit from banks is available, but a significant number of small and marginal farmers, they depend on informal sources such as money lenders who charge high interest rates. So when crops fail or market prices fall, farmers find themselves unable to pay these loans and pushing them into a cycle of debt. Then talking about fluctuating market prices, so farmers often face the dilemma of not getting remunerative prices for their produce, and despite government interventions like minimum support price, many farmers have limited access to procurement facilities. And additionally, the lack of organized market structures with middlemen's exploitation lead to low returns, leaving farmers with low incomes. And then in terms of insufficient income supports, so government income support schemes such as PM Kisan, which aims to provide a direct cash transfers to farmers. However, the amount offered often falls short of meeting their actual needs, especially during crises like droughts or floods. And moreover, a large number of farmers, they remain excluded from these benefits due to administrative inefficiencies or lack of awareness. Moving to the second lead, which is the agricultural challenges. So agriculture in India is highly dependent on environmental factors and suffers from various structural inefficiencies, and the sector has struggled to adapt to changing climate conditions and modern technological advancements. And the biggest reason is dependence on monsoons. So a significant portion of Indian farmland is rain-fed, with irrigation facilities limited to certain regions. So this makes farmers highly dependent on monsoons, which are increasingly erratic due to climate change, and insufficient or delayed rainfall leads to crop failure, while excessive rainfall causes flooding, damaging standing crops. Then in terms of climate change and extreme weather events, so the impact of climate change is becoming more evident with frequent droughts, unseasonal rainfalls, extreme heat waves. So these unpredictable weather patterns not only reduces crop yields but also increase the risk of pest attacks and diseases, further affecting productivity. Then talking about the lack of modern farming techniques and resources. So many Indian farmers, they still rely on traditional farming practices that result in low productivity, and modern technologies such as precision farming, drip irrigation, and advanced machinery are either too expensive or inaccessible to small and marginal farmers. And additionally, poor extension services mean that farmers are often unaware of improved farming techniques or resistant crop varieties. Now, moving to the third and the last lead, policy shortcomings. So, although the government has introduced various policies and schemes to support farmers, several systematic and implementation issues hinder their effectiveness. So, the first reason is delayed subsidies and support. So, subsidies for essential inputs like fertilizers, seeds, and electricity, they are often delayed, disrupting the agriculture cycle. So, for example, farmers, they may not receive timely access to subsidized fertilizers during the sowing season, affecting crop productivity. Then the second is the ineffective implementation of crop insurance schemes. So schemes like Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, which aims to provide financial protection against crop losses. However, the complex claim process, delayed payouts, and limited coverage make these schemes less effective, and many farmers either remain uninsured or they do not benefit from compensation in time to reinvest in the next crop cycle. Then, in terms of lack of infrastructure, so the absence of adequate infrastructure such as storage facilities, cold chains, or transport systems lead to significant post-harvest losses, and farmers often have no choice but to sell their produce at distressed prices immediately after harvest. So poor connectivity to markets further limits their ability to secure better prices. And also in terms of market and supply chain inefficiencies, the agricultural produce market committee system intended to safeguard farmers' interest has often been criticized for being monopolistic and inefficient, and middlemen exploit farmers, taking a large share of the profit margin while farmers receive only a small fraction of the end price. So, finally, in the conclusion, I can say farmer distress in India is a multifaceted problem that requires a multi pronged approach. So, addressing financial hardships involves enhancing credit accessibility, ensuring fair pricing mechanisms, and providing effective income support. Tackling agricultural challenges calls for investment in irrigation, adoption of climate resilient farming techniques, and access to modern technology. So, meanwhile, policy reforms must focus on timely delivery of subsidies, efficient implementation of insurance schemes, and improving rural infrastructure. And a collaborative effort between the government, private sector, and civil society is essential to create a sustainable and resilient agricultural sector that supports farmers and secure their livelihoods. So only then India can hope to mitigate the ongoing crisis and empower its farmer to thrive in the face of adversity. So, friends, this is all about the three leads discussion for the given topic. And like I mentioned in the starting, that this is a high level topic, so you must prepare this topic well. I hope this video will be beneficial for you. So, until then, keep learning, keep watching, keep supporting. Thank you, and best of luck.